Hi fellow friends and followers, it's me Retromania, and for today's video we are looking back at the history of PlayStation handhelds from the very beginning all until today, and we will also discuss its future with Project Q, a very weird handheld. We will get there, and with this out of the way, let's jump to my video about the history of PlayStation handhelds, starting with the PocketStation. The PocketStation, what did you expect first, a PSP? Well, it seems like I need to educate you about the history of PlayStation handhelds. Well, I also think about making a separate video only about the PocketStation. The PocketStation came out in January 23rd, 1999, only in Japan. It was Sony's first quote-unquote handheld experiment, kinda. What is the PocketStation? Well, it's a very weird device. It's a memory card with a screen, but it also plays some games, some very minimalistic looking games, and yeah, it's weird. It is actually more of a PlayStation 1 accessory. It was very popular in Japan. Sony had huge plans of bringing this device to the West, but they cancelled the worldwide release. Why they cancelled it? Well, it's very interesting. They never released the PocketStation outside of Japan because they couldn't keep up with the demand in Japan. All PocketStations Sony would produce would immediately sell out, and Sony had no warehouse stock to supply this device worldwide. It sucks, but what can you do? Anyways, I would like to jump now to Sony's first real handheld, the PSP. The PSP, short for PlayStation Portable, Sony's answer to the ever-growing popularity of handheld gaming, released in December 12, 2004 in Japan, March 24, 2005 in North America, and in September 1, 2005 in Europe. You can immediately see a difference between the PocketStation and the PSP: bigger screen, analog sticks, shoulder buttons, and more. It's the real deal. The PSP used a UMD disc format. The UMD stands for Universal Media Disc, what means that the PSP has a physical disc drive inside of this small compact little system. What it's incredible. The PSP, it's also a multimedia machine. It can play movies, music, go to the internet, and much more. For today's day and age, something what your everyday smartphone can do. But for 2004 and 2005, this was revolutionary. The PSP had a price tag of $249.99, and it was an incredible handheld for such a price. But let's now move to the PlayStation Vita. The PlayStation Vita, released in December 17, 2011 in Japan, February 15, 2012 in North America, and February 22, 2012 in Europe. Now when we take a look at the PlayStation Vita, we can already see the evolution from the PSP to the PlayStation Vita. The first thing what immediately jumps to our faces are the two analog sticks. Going from one analog stick to two analog sticks was a huge deal back in the day, and definitely helped out playing 3D camera games. Another big improvement was the switch from disc-based format to cartridge-based format. This allowed for smaller physical games and for a more portable and quieter system. However, one huge disadvantage of this change is that the physical PSP library doesn't transfer to your PlayStation Vita, what means that you need to purchase all of your PSP games once again on your PlayStation Vita. The PlayStation Vita can play PSP games, just not physically. You can play many PSP titles digitally on your PlayStation Vita and they will run just fine. The PlayStation Vita launched at a price tag of quote-unquote $249.99. Why quote-unquote? Well, because the Vita had proprietary memory cards, what aren't that cheap and are required if not for digital games then for save files. But let's leave it at that, because I could make a 1 hour long video just about this topic. What I could also talk about for over 1 hour, it's about how some of you didn't subscribe to my channel, so why not click that red subscriber button, and let's get back to the video. The PlayStation Vita also has interconnectivity with other Sony PlayStation devices, like the PocketStation with the PlayStation 1. The Vita can remote play some PlayStation 3 games and almost all PlayStation 4 games. I don't hate the idea of remote play, but if the device only has remote play, Project Q, I'm looking at you, then I don't like the idea behind it. As it is, remote play, it's great. It's a great secondary option to enjoy your favorite games, your favorite console games on a smaller handheld device, and for that I appreciate this feature. Now that I have mentioned Project Q and remote play, let's transition to the newest handheld from Sony's portfolio, the Project Q. The Project Q, how I mentioned before, it's a remote play internet streaming device only. It cannot play games natively, at least from my understanding. So there is no offline play, no physical games, nothing. If you want to play your PlayStation 5 games on this handheld, you need first a PlayStation 5 what isn't cheap on its own, plus this handheld, plus the games, and plus a very strong internet connection. And the PlayStation 5 must sit right in front of you and play your games for your Project Q. Yeah, I know, I sound crazy, but it's not me. I mean, Sony made this device, not me, so yeah, blame Sony. There are many buts and ifs to even make this device functional in the first place. I question Sony's decision behind it, especially if the rumors about the price are true, that the price will be between $200 and $300, and you also need a $500 PlayStation 5 to even run games on this handheld in the first place. But, what do you think about Project Q and about Sony's decision? And what do you think about the evolution of Sony's portable handheld devices? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with this out of the way, I wish you all a wonderful day. Sayonara my good old handheld and Sony friends. Bye, bye, and bye. My head hurts, only thinking about the Project Q. Just get a PlayStation Vita. PlayStation Vita, it's such a better device. Or get a Steam Deck. I mean, there are so many better devices out there, and yeah, I mean, yeah. I am now ending this video for real. Outro.